Welcome to the hood. It's Hood Commentary with your homeboy, Dasportsmane. This is being brought to you by special sponsors, Drippy Whips Inc. Win with us or watch us win. And by Artistic Music Group, where real lyrics matter. Hey, Sportsman, you know how the game go.
What up, what up? What's good, man? What's cracking with y'all, man? I'm your homeboy, the Sportsman. This is Hood Commentary with a game is trill and it's never the ordinary. Man, I know it's been a minute, y'all. I know it's been a minute, man. I've been fucked up, caught up with some kind of virus and not that virus. I don't know what's been going on, man, but I've been down, y'all. I've been down bad. And it's probably because I ain't been smoking like that lately. Whenever I smoke, I don't get sick, man, but I ain't been smoking like that lately. And, man, I've been down bad for about 3 weeks, man. That's why I ain't been able to come out here and drop this show, keep this shit rolling. It's been inconsistent, man, but today the first day back, man. We're going to try to bring this shit back, man, bring it back consistent, man. So, shit, appreciate y'all fucking coming back and fucking with your boy. You already know what it is, man. Fuck, I'm doing this shit for y'all, man, making this shit happen like Joe Jackson, man. We got a good show, and it's the end of the week, man. Y'all made it to Friday. So enjoy the show, man. Light you up something. Take you a shot of something, man. And just enjoy this show, man. Let's get right into it. Now, earlier this week, Spy Tech was talking about how they received calls for the number one pick. And he tells them, he says, look, the teams that's called, they know where they stand at with us. They know where they stand. And I'm like, okay, we already know that pick's not getting traded, right? I mean, just for the fact that Fernando Mendoza is literally already learning the offense. He's already training. He's already ahead of the curve. So we already know that pick's not going nowhere. They're not trading the pick. They've decided months ago they're going to go with Fernando Mendoza, which I'm good with. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback, right? But the question is, should they be listening? Should they? I mean, when you look at teams like the Jets, you look at teams like even the Browns, you look at a few teams out there, the Cardinals. These teams are willing to give up 2-3 first-round picks to move up to the number one spot. You'll get you 2 or 3 first-round picks. You'll gain another second-round pick. You can get a whole bunch of shit, right? And it's like, damn, that's a lot they can get. But then it's like, okay, but for what? So it's like, okay, well, let's see what quarterbacks are going to be coming out next year if you decided not to get Mendoza this year and just add up all the picks, right? Now, who they got ranked number one, we know is some bullshit because of the name. And that's Arch Manning. Arch Manning, nice, but definitely not the top-rated quarterback coming out next season. But this is just what they do because the last name Manning. But before we get into all these quarterbacks coming up in the draft for next year, I got a special guest, man. He just pulled up right now. You know how it is, man. You know they say brothers ain't on time, man. Hey, it's a real thing. Some stereotypes are true. Some stereotypes are true, man. Shit, that's why I don't got no watch on right now. Like they said on Belly, how late nigga gonna tell time? Hey, this is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But shit, we're gonna bring in my partner right now. If y'all on Instagram, y'all on TikTok, y'all should already know who he is, man. Sports, Fanatic, Talk, my guy.
What up, everybody? Oh man, I got the applause. Hey man, you know they say better late than never, but never late is better. The great poet Aubrey Graham.
Hey, like I said, man, some stereotypes is true, and hey,
I can't.
Great stuff.
I can't argue with you on that one, bro. You're right. You're right, man. But happy to be here, man. Glad to be here, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm glad you can come tap in with me, man. First time I'm doing the show in weeks. I've been fucked up, man. Down bad.
Man.
But, well, we're gonna get into it, man. No, what? Go ahead.
So I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this Raiders not trading the top pick. So we saw how it worked out for the Bears, right? This was, I mean, it was genius for the Bears. You get You get, you go and get another great quarterback that's coming up in the next draft. You build your team a little bit. You get a number one receiver for him. I mean, they did it right. Chicago did it right. I think, I honestly think, this. They say that Mendoza is Chat GPT if he was a quarterback, man, and he's not wrong, man. Like this is top tier. This dude is top tier. I don't think you're gonna find a quarterback like him for another few years. I could be wrong because I didn't think Drake May was gonna be as good as he's been, but I mean, like and there's a lot that goes into it, but I think Kubiak and Mendoza can be special for a long time. So I wouldn't trade this first round pick. It's a smart thing to do, but I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it this go round.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man, because you know what? I got to watch all of these quarterbacks who they are saying are supposed to be so good next year. I watched them all this year.
Yeah.
And Fernando Mendoza was better than all these guys who are going to be coming out this coming year. Now, I was just going over the list of guys. If the Raiders were saying, okay, we're going to take these 3 first-round picks, these 2 seconds, this, that, and look at the quarterbacks next year, I said, okay, look, number one they got right now, Arch Manning. We already know why. Last name Manning. I watched almost every Texas game last year because Brandon Baker. Shout out Brandon Baker. He'll be a first round next season. And I wasn't that impressed at all. You got Dante Moore, who I did like. He just needed more time, right? Now, Julian Saint, to me, that's the best quarterback coming out next year. He was my
out of Ohio State.
Yes, sir. He was my favorite quarterback coming out until they played Indiana, and I got to see him versus Fernando Mendoza. That's because I had to. At that point, I was telling Raider fans I had to see more from Mendoza before I can say he was the guy. And then, he definitely outplayed Julian Saint. But I think he's the number one guy coming out. Then you got C.J. Carr at Notre Dame. You got Lenore Sellers, South Carolina, right? And then after that, you just got a few other guys. Sam Levitt, he probably won't even start at LSU. You got Dylan Raiola, you know what I'm saying?
Where did he go to? He went to Oregon. That's where he transferred. No, he had transferred to Oregon, and then Dante Moore came back. So is Raiola gonna play?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Wasn't the best move for him to make, but you got Raiola there. You got I like my guy Jordan Mailata, USC.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a lot better after this season. But
what do you think about Nico at UCLA? Nico Imialiava. Is he come out this year? No, he go next year.
He transferred again.
Lord.
Yeah, I think he went back to Tennessee. But no.
Nah, that's crazy. What about his brother? Now, did you ever get to see Madden play? Madden Imialiava?
I don't think I saw him play. I don't think I've seen him play.
Yeah, I only saw a little bit of him at Arkansas, and then they bolted to go to UCLA together, which I thought was dumb. Like, I mean, I love my brother to pieces, but if we both play the same position, and we don't, but if we did, I'm not interested in being behind him. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't feel like that's it didn't make any sense for Madden to leave when he left to go to UCLA with Nico. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't really understand doing that either. But those are the QBs that's going to be coming out next season. It's to me, it's too many ifs, and I don't know why your shit keep freezing. Your volume is perfect, but your shit keep freezing. But there you go. But,
okay.
But yeah, to me, it's too many ifs. You know what I mean? And I think that Mendoza, nothing's a guaranteed thing, but I think that Mendoza is more likely to be what we think he is than what the other guys may be. So. I understand why they're not listening, really, because they're not listening. They're saying teams will call, but they're not listening. Because if you're listening, Mendoza wouldn't be already learning the offense. He wouldn't be working on. He's already learning the offense right now with Brian Greasy. He's already learning the offense, so that's not what's going on.
Wow. Okay, so I didn't know, but I mean, like that's the thing, and that's kind of your final piece. I know you need some premier wide receivers, but when you've got Brock Bowers, you've got Ashton Genty, you've already got weapons outside of the X and the Z. I don't see why it would be necessary. Like you can go and find a veteran guy, you can go and find a second, third, fourth round pick. Your first pick has got to be Mendoza. Like at this point, I normally believe in building the line, but also I think we've seen what Kubiak did with Seattle's line, and they had some pieces of their line that shouldn't even be starting. And I mean, that wasn't they won a Super Bowl with a team with a line that was not the starting five for them. So I believe that Kubiak's gonna make that offense look just fine under that line. Especially in protecting his quarterback, and you got Cousins coming in who knows how to protect himself enough. I think you go and get your guy. You go and get your guy, and you tie yourself to that guy and live and die with him and Kubiak together.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's why I'm like, you know what, I get it. If I did get a notification, the Raiders traded the number 1 pick for 4 first-round picks and this, that, and this, like I couldn't be mad. You know what I mean? Because I could see why, but I also see that, I think Mendoza is the guy that you want to roll with for the future. I mean, like I said, nothing's a guarantee, but I feel good with my chips down on Fernando Mendoza for sure.
Right.
Now, another thing that's been a big talk, man, has been the second pick. Who should they take number 2 in the NFL draft? Now, to me, this is almost bigger than the number 1 pick because we already know the number 1 pick's pretty much been locked in. It's been locked in for months because about 2 months ago, I had read a story that Mendoza was in Las Vegas meeting realtors. They've been told him he's getting drafted number 1. So this number 2 pick to me is big to me. And I was saying, okay, so what's the number 1 they should go for in this draft at the number 2 pick? And for me, we went to a 3-4 defense. You still got Max Crosby. You went and got two of some of the best linebackers in the draft. I mean, not the draft, in the free agency. You're running this 3-4, right? You need a nose tackle. You need a Warren Sapp. You need a Jalen Carter type guy, right? And I look who's coming out. To me, I'm like, give me Lee Hunter. Give me Lee Hunter from Texas Tech right now. He's Warren Sapp. He's about 6'3", 325, 30 pounds. He got like you ain't never seen, and he is in the backfield every play. He can get the sack. He can play the run. And you put him in the middle and you put Max and are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Ain't no. Oh, well, what would you look at Dexter Lawrence?
I mean, I love me some Dexter Lawrence, but that's
Sexy Dexter.
That's 20. That's over 20 mil. You gotta give up a top pick because they ain't gonna take just anything for him. You gotta give up a top pick. I mean, he's only 28. I wouldn't be mad at it. But when I look at these guys coming out, I'm like, I look at Lee Hunter. I really think he's going to be an all-pro kind of player. I look at him. I look at it's about 4 other guys coming out. But to me, Lee Hunter is my favorite guy coming out. The tape is undeniable. I didn't watch Texas Tech like that this year. When I seen him in the college football playoff, the couple games they played, I was like, who the fuck is this big motherfucker? He was just too quick, too fast. You know what I mean? I'm like, then I did a video last week where I compared his tape to Warren Sapp's tape. And, bro, that looked like the same fucking player. I kid you not.
Man, I would say what I would likely do, and again, I know we just talked about that. I feel like the line is good. It's good as is. I would probably still look at, just based off of depending on how everything falls, right? I would probably go offensive line and make sure that I can protect my future investment. Because if I'm Kubiak, and while I know the line can be set, you can do certain things to make the line better. That weren't being taken care of under Chip and Pete Carroll and so forth. At the same time, if I'm putting all my chips on, if my career is being based on Mendoza, then I've got to make sure that he's upright and able to make the plays he's supposed to make. Because I'm gonna tell you something that I just thought about while you were talking about Julian Sayin versus Mendoza. Mendoza made all the right plays and he was very efficient. And I don't believe in the phrase can't miss when it comes to the NFL draft, but he's as high as it gets on that can't miss list. But my problem is, and y'all gonna have a defense too, because we just talked about them pieces. But if you don't have the defense, if if it takes him a while to adjust, Peyton Manning threw 40 interceptions his first season or something 28 interceptions his rookie season, something crazy like that, right? If he doesn't have that great defensive scheme like what he had in Indiana, can he still make all the plays and still be that guy in the end? And look, the championship made it seem really safe to say that he would be. But you gotta do everything you can to set him up to where he can be in that spot. And I think for me, I gotta shout out my lineman, but the best thing for me is I'm gonna probably go after an offensive tackle to ensure that he's protected and taken care of. Depending on how the chips fall. If not, because they've done so well on what they've done what they've added on the defensive side, I feel like taking care of the offense would be my first pick. So if not, my second pick. So if not offensive line, if you don't like those tackles in that spot, then wide receiver. If you don't like the wide receivers in that spot, then maybe I'll go D-line. Because, look, going back to that 3-4, man, yeah, it would be great to have that Warren Sapp and, that Lee Hunter kid. I just looked him up, 6'3", 330 is that's a lot of man to have to deal with. But by that same standard, man, like there's a lot of different players that could fall in that spot. You could go 3, 4, 5 and build your offensive line or your defensive line as a whole. If they fit inside your scheme, then you're where you need to be. I feel like taking care of Mendoza, because the one thing I hate the most is that so many quarterbacks get put in that situation. Sunshine Trevor Lawrence down there in Jacksonville was in that same boat, man, where he was given maybe the worst. Everybody called him a bust, and it was like, man, he was given the worst situation you could be put in. And so let's put Mendoza in the best spot. If I'm Tom Brady and that brass, let's give Mendoza everything he needs. I'm a firm believer in that, as in life. Like, I'm gonna give you every opportunity you can to survive, and if you die, it's because you kicked the chair away, not me. So I would probably go offensive tackle, and if not offensive tackle, then I look at an offensive weapon, a wide receiver particularly that can play well on the outside, and give him that shot. But I'd probably go offense. But you're right. Looking at Lee Hunter and looking at his highlight tapes right now is unreal what he's got going on right now. So
he's vicious, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this: like if I was gonna start Mendoza day one, if I didn't go out and get Kirk Cousins, maybe I think about O-line at that number 2 pick. My thing is this: last year, Colton Miller, the left tackle, he's solid. He been out. He was out almost a whole year.
Okay,
right? That's your left tackle. Your left guard, it's gonna be JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson.
Oh, okay. I thought they were playing him at center. Okay, got it.
And now we got Linderbaum, remember? So we got Linderbaum.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So y'all did build through the line. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then you got Caleb Rogers, the rookie from last year. He played pretty decent when he got his time to play. And then you got DJ Glaze, right tackle from Maryland, who played real well his rookie year, and he took a step back last year under trash-ass Pete Carroll and Sons.
Right.
So I don't blame them, you know what I mean? So it's like, and they brought in some depth pieces already in the offseason.
Okay.
So to me, you run those guys and you see who the best 5 are coming out. And if they all solidified and they can hold their own, then you don't got to worry about no O-line, right? You just go defensive line. But now if you go out there and then you get some struggles in the offensive line, guess what? Offensive line is coming out every single year. And my favorite tackle coming out next year is going to be Brandon Baker. Yeah, I might be a little bit biased. What up, Brandon? I might be a little biased. Right tackle, Texas. With my girl nephew, that I might be a little bit biased, but he's a fucking monster. 6'5", 15, 320, and he's Tyron Smith, basically.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's a great comp. That's a terrific comp to have. No, man, I forgot about Colton Miller was out. But, yeah, if you get healthy, and, again, man, like I said, Kubiak made that Seahawks line look really, really good, even though they weren't really, really good. And so
that offensive line coach, Dennison, he came too. We got him too. So we brought that offensive line coach, that same scheme. And that offensive line coach been around the world. He got like 4 titles. He was in Denver. So I mean, this O-line.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that he's where he goes, their teams get better. That's not a coincidence after a while.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I tell everybody, I wouldn't even worry about the offensive line. The offensive line is going to be fine because is we got the right things there. And last year, guys wasn't on the same page. You had Pete Carroll who was wanting to call this, then you had Chip Kelly who wanted to do this, and then like this time around, you got offensive line head coach who teaches the zone blocking scheme. You got Ashton Genty who ran the zone blocking scheme at Boise State. You got Linderbaum who mastered the zone blocking scheme in Baltimore. You got the running back coach from Iowa who coached the zone block. Like this is going to be
it's all consistency. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I've talked about this for years. With my Steelers, I want to run the zone scheme. It's too easy, and in a league where everyone is being so complex and everybody's moving and switching and stunting and all this stuff. Look, man, I'm not finna play with you. If I see something that make me feel uncomfortable at when I was at left tackle, because in minor league our center was not, he wasn't dumb, but like I just understood the offense. And so in the same thing in high school, like, hey man, I made a lot of those calls like, hey, watch this. Here's the blitz coming. I in high school I didn't have no classes my senior year, so all I had to do was just to help the coaches put together the film and stuff. So, but for me, like that was my thought. If I see anything make me feel uncomfortable, hey, check Indy. We're going zone. Like we're just gonna zone it up and we're gonna step and you're gonna go and whoever getting your way, you mowing them over. So like I'm not. For years I've wanted to run zone in Pittsburgh, and I love the way that Kubiak runs it, and he makes it very simple. You put all the onus on the back. Let the playmaker do what? Make a play.
Make a decision and go. And that's what I'm saying. That's why like this, people hit me up and they say, I just want him to be protected. I'm like, bro, you don't have to worry about the offensive line. That was an anomaly what we saw last year because they was better the year before. Every single player took a step back under that terrible tutelage. So, I wouldn't worry about the O-line and all. That's why I'm like, we got a new scheme. Okay. I'm going the best D tackle in the draft, and to me, the best D tackle in the draft is Lee Hunter by far. These other guys, they all played with top 5 guys. The one McDonald at Ohio State, everyone around him is a fucking 5-star.
Right.
Boy at Florida, everyone's a 5-star. At Georgia, they're all 5-star. This is Texas Tech, bro.
Yeah, it was David Bailey and Lee Hunter, and that was it. And a prayer.
Hey, there's some good linebackers. But
yeah.
That D tackles, them motherfuckers was, man. Lee Hunter is special, man. I'm telling you, he's a special player, and that's who I'm taking with that number 2 pick. And I know we need a wide receiver, but to me, it's like we got hella receivers, man. Let's see. I think the next year wide receiver class is gonna be probably better anyway. It's like let's see what we got. And if somebody's gonna fall. We already know.
And also, like I said, a lot of times, and I hate to diss on wide receivers because there are some guys that are special and make the quarterback better. But at the same time, when you've already got 2 weapons that can be dual threats in the sense that, Brock Bowser can play inside and outside. Ashton Genty can block, play, he can run the ball and he can catch it as well. You've already got 2 weapons. I don't know that wide receiver is my highest priority. While it is a hole that does need to be solidified, at the same time, it's not when you've got 2 offensive weapons, and this ain't 1997 where we finna line up in our form with one guy, with two wide receivers, a tight end, and a fullback anymore. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if you do it. I like it. I'm just telling you that there's some good names in the 2nd and 3rd round. Zachariah Branch. I like Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams. A lot of guys that can come in. Jacoby Lane from USC. A lot of guys that can come in and be in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that'll fit into your scheme. And they may not be Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I mean they could play in that slot. They can play outside and make plays that where you don't necessarily have to have a Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate, which I'm not sold on Carnell Tate anyways, because.
But you got Boston, you got don't forget you got Elijah Surratt, you got there's some receivers in here that we can get in the 3rd round. That's why I'm like go D tackle 2nd round.
Okay.
3rd round, I'm seeing what corner slip. I'm seeing what corners unslipped. But at the same time, we got a lot of picks. I'm trying to trade up. I'm trying to take my 1st round pick. I'm taking my pick at 36. Now after that, I'm trying to move up and try to get another pick in the 2nd round. Now another pick in the 2nd round for me. would either be Johnson out of San Diego State corner,
Yep.
or I might try to see what safety I can get,
Mm-hmm.
or if I just can't pass it up and Boston is still sitting there, I'll go ahead and grab Boston.
Right.
But to me, yeah, I wouldn't panic at wide receiver at the number 2 pick. I'm definitely going D tackle because I'm changing my entire look of my defense.
Right, and you need somebody who can definitely sit in there. And so you do got a good point there. And look, man, like I said, looking at this dude's tape, he may be one of those guys where it's like, hey, man, I can't pass on him. I can't pass on him. Like that's what the tape looked like. Now, obviously, it's the highlights. We're going to accentuate the best and certainly not show any lowlights. But man, boy can ball. I tell you that for sure. I tell you that for sure. Boy can ball. So that may be one that you don't want to pass up on, man. For sure.
Yeah, he's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. And I seen other day I seen Skip Bayless on what is that show?
Fox.
Gil's Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that if the Raiders start Kirk Cousins, he think that the Raiders can be the surprise team of the NFL, the AFC, or something like that, right? I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna come in, like when I look at the offseason, I really like the offseason. Anyone who's been following me since 2022 know damn well, like how I'm feeling right now is how I felt in 2022. But
right
after that, I ain't had nothing good to say because it was all bullshit. But what I've seen in this offseason, with the pieces we already have,
right,
this team can do their thing. And you already got the Clippers. My bad, the Clipper Chargers. You already know what they're going to do, man. They're going to fucking Charger. No matter, I don't give a fuck if they get Patrick Mahomes. They're going to always be the Charger, just like, unfortunately, your Clippers are going to always be. That's just who they're going to be. And the Kansas City, they're coming off an ACL with Mahomes. They're not going to be the same team. They're not the same team. And Denver, to me, is the team that everyone's looking up at going into this season. And I'm not saying that they can win the division, but I'm saying I see – with Kirk Cousins. Don't forget, Kirk Cousins won his last 4 games in Atlanta off the bench, 4-0.
And I'll say this, thinking about Kirk Cousins, when you say surprises in general, look, man, what have y'all finished the last 2 years? 5, 6, 7 games, wins at best. Shit, so I mean, like anything over 6, 7 wins is to me is kind of a surprise, especially if you end up starting Mendoza early in the season, or if Kirk Cousins gets hurt, or Kirk Cousins does Kirk Cousins things like he generally tends to do. So I would say without doubt you're going to definitely be a surprise. You're going to be an improvement. What would surprise me is if they came out and won like their first 5 games, right? That's when I'm like surprised. But having said that, absolutely. Listen, if anybody's had an outstanding offseason, the Raiders are at the top of the list, man. Like, and not just because I'm on a Raider demographic show. Literally, like some of the pieces and I don't know if it's because I have been working with your brand lately a lot or what, but I'm getting a ton of stuff in my algorithm about the Raiders, and it's a lot of good things. I can't argue with it, man. Like, Nakobe Dean. I thought bringing back Max Crosby might be the jewel of the entire offseason. Is what they did, and then they bring back Max Crosby. Do you get the first round picks? No. Were they going to be worth much anyways? Because Baltimore is a pretty good team. I mean, like, give me Max, and I know he was about to turn 30 in a couple years, but give me Max over whatever you were about to get in the first round. And the time it's going to take to build and become something. I mean, look at T.J. Watt out in Pittsburgh. Max Crosby still got 5, 6, 7 good years of peak football left to play, especially when you put pieces around him so he doesn't feel like I got to play hero ball. You can just go do your thing, Max. And be the face of the Raiders, man. Like, and that's another thing I thought about was that Max is the face of that team. But to get back to my point, with what they've done offensively, what they've done in the offseason is impressive. So defensively, they're going to keep people. I think we're going to see 20, 21 points a game out of your opponents at best. So especially if they make the right decisions in the draft. I could see them being a surprise team without doubt. I think that, we'll see, if nothing else, we'll see consistency offensively consistency defensively. We'll see good communication and obviously a trend in the right direction. I saw Kubiak do it in New Orleans. I saw him do it in Seattle. I've got no reason to think he wouldn't do it now as the head coach in Las Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. But see, with me, when I think of surprise team, like when you look at the quarterbacks that we try to trot out there, you look at the mistakes we've made the past 4 years since we let Derek Carr go for fucking nothing. No one expected that. I didn't expect to win as a fan. I knew this shit was going. This shit was all dead. You know what I mean? So we got exactly what we deserved. That's what that was. You get what you deserve by listening to Josh McDaniels. You got what you deserve. Now, when you bring in competence, and we still got pieces there. When I say surprise team, I'm thinking 7 to 8 wins. I'm thinking minimum 7 or 8 wins. If I'm talking surprise team now. With this new competence, they're definitely going to get at least 6 wins. The over/under is 5.5. I'm definitely betting on the over. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know what I mean?
I might go put some on that right now. As a matter of fact, before you go up.
Sure. Look, because you got Kirk Cousins, he's a veteran. He's going to get that ball to Brock Bowers. We got a running game. We got a real running game now with this offensive line head coach and this scheme we're going to run. This team is going to look completely different. And you think about the games that we got blew out of, maybe 3 or 4 games. We got blew the fuck out, 40-0 to the Colts and shit like that. But other games we were right there hanging in. How? With all the incompetence that was going on, how are we even in any of those games? So it's when you bringing in a competent quarterback who knows the system, knows the coach, knows these players, these receivers are going to step up better than they did last year. They wouldn't even develop last year, the rookies, the young guys. So that's why I don't think you can go receiver so early, but you still got to add on to it just because the more talent you got, the better. But when I look at it, I do expect them to win. Definitely 6 is a minimum. 6 is a minimum because you telling me 6 wins and 11 losses is a surprise? Hell no, that's trash. That's an improvement, but that wouldn't be a surprise for me. Surprise, you'd have to win at least 7 to 8 games, and I think they're going to do that with Kirk Cousins out there. Not just because Cousins is a smart man and he wants to get paid again. This ain't his final stop. If he balls out right now with the Raiders and plays either this whole season or most of the season, guess what? He cashes in again in the offseason for another team next year. So it's going to be pressure put on him from Mendoza he's going to have to damn near be perfect. You got to be perfect or we're going to trot Mendoza out there and cut our losses and run the rest of this shit. So if you got Kirk Cousins out there and he 4-2, guess what? You ain't going to see Mendoza. Now,
and you don't need to see him at that point. I mean, let it play out. Let the chips, fall where they're supposed to.
Exactly, but he's definitely not going to come back the next year because our plan is already set. So, but he's a businessman. He's going to come out. He's going to have a really good season, bro, and he's going to make his money. He got the best agent in the world in any sport.
I was about to say, shout out to his agent, bro. He need to write a book.
Yeah, I thought Drew Rosenhaus was a shit back in the day. He's way better. So he's going to get Kirk Cousins paid again. So when I think of this being a surprise team, I think they will be a surprise team. I didn't say no shit like this last year. I didn't say, well, Geno Smith, we're going to be a surprise team. Fuck no. I'm going to be honest out this bitch always. And I see something different brewing this year for these Las Vegas Raiders. And the draft is just going to settle it off for me. If they do what I'm hoping they do in the draft, I'm definitely betting over.
Well, and then on top of that, look, think about surprises. Last point on that is that, I mean, like you said, the West is wide open right now. I know what they've got their place. And to be fair, it's hard to be a good defensive team, a top 5 defensive team 2 years in a row, 3-4 years in a row. Look at the Saints, look at the Steelers and what it means to be that good of a team, because especially with free agency, you got to try to replace those guys that you got to pay, and you can't pay everybody. And I mean, there's a lot to it. So it's hard to be that, a top tier team 3 years in a row defensively when that's what they would be looking to do. And listen, man, Bo Nix is easy to trick. So to that point, and that's if he's healthy. So
I'm not afraid of Bo Nix at all.
Yeah, the West is wide open. So I mean, I'm with you. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna win the West. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna even win 10 games. But listen, they could definitely be that surprise. They could definitely be that team that has that you can't look over in on your schedule next.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. Now, we're gonna talk a little bit about your squad right here, them Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm always been a fan of the Steelers players ever since I was a kid. I'm a historian of every NFL team, but the Steelers and the Steel Curtain has always been one of my favorite. All them players over the years, right? Hines Ward, all of these players over the years, they've all been my favorite players, right? So I always keep up with what Pittsburgh does. Not to mention my daughter's a fucking Steelers fan. You trade her. She was a Raider fan, and then she seen Troy Polamalu and shit. Because my daughter, she Polynesian, so when she seen Troy Polamalu and all that hair out of her helmet, she was like, "He's like me," and she became a fucking Steelers fan. Traded on her. She fucking shit to this day.
Hey, so I got to shout out my homegirl Valencia, V Fit down in H Town. She running a fantastic gym down there, by the way. But she Palomalu, so she's from the West Coast, and Palomalu is the reason why she became a Steelers fan as well. And listen, man, that was a special time. But look, so my here's what I want to know. When we talk about my squad, and I know the question is about Rodgers and what we do if he retires, which I kind of hope he does. I wasn't happy about Mike Tomlin leaving more than I would. I don't too much. I'm not a fan of McCarthy, and I'm not a fan of him, joining our team. But one thing I'll give credit where credit's due, and credit is due that he took a third round guy and Dak Prescott and made him look like a MVP candidate, right? And so I would like to think that he could do the same thing with Will Howard. I think maybe Mason Rudolph, but definitely I feel like Will Howard is still a blank canvas. We don't know what we're gonna see out of him, man. This dude, they kind of hit him. They let him stay injured, or he didn't really get a lot of clock and anything like that. So we don't know what we're going to get out of him. And I'd like to think that McCarthy's going to make it pretty simple for him to do his thing. It's already kind of come out and said that they probably won't be going quarterback in the first round, and rightfully so. I don't think it's worth reaching for Ty Simpson or any of the quarterbacks that are out. So if Ty's there in the second, maybe, but I don't think it's worth it, because at this point, what is Ty Simpson that Will Howard isn't?
Yeah, exactly. He got less experience than fucking Will Howard. No, I'm not. I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah. This is not a great quarterback draft, so there's no point in reaching for it. We need to get solid on our offensive line. Though I would like to think that McCarthy's going to make things a little bit more simple and a little bit more durable for the offensive line. And so I think you'll see improved offensive line play out of us. From a run game standpoint, we did go out and get Rico Dowdle, who was a fantastic addition for Carolina. I like that. And I'd like to see where he'll fit into the fold in Pittsburgh with us already having Jaylen Warren and wanting to see what Caleb Johnson's going to do as well. And then look, we went and traded for another really great receiver to go on opposite of DK. So I don't feel like, but I feel like whoever comes in, you got some options, man. We're talking 6'3". DK is the short receiver right now at 6'3".
But the thing is, what do you do if Rodgers retired? Who the fuck is gonna play quarterback? I mean, because think about it. If he retired as soon as the season ended, y'all would have a plan right now.
Yeah, they would have went and got somebody.
Y'all don't even have what's the fucking plan? Will Howard's got no playing time. No. Even think about a quarterback in the draft. Let you know y'all don't give a fuck about Will Howard. What is the plan if Rodgers actually bows out? What the fuck?
I think that's why they went and got Rico Dowdle. I think the plan is to just play Steelers football and run the rock and run play action behind with Will Howard. I think that's what you do. And let me not shortchange Mason Rudolph. He did play well enough to get us to the playoffs a few years ago before he left for Tennessee. While he did play bad in the playoffs, he played well enough to get us to the playoffs when we had started to, when Kenny Pickett was hurt.
Hit you with the Kobe. Let me hit you with the Kobe one time right here. Kobe, hold on. Let me hit you with that. I don't want to see Mason Rudolph unless it's Christmas time and it's a party after the game. Now you're Rudolph. Besides that, hell no.
No. I'm
That was
not sold them.
elite defensive play because they wasn't winning them games by scoring 20, 30 points. They was barely scoring, but
Yep.
they were great defense. It was Mike Tomlin with that fucking scowl on his face, and he got. I mean, let's keep it real right here. Let's keep it 100 right here. He had fucking Duck Hodges win games. Duck fucking Hodges, and he was not looking good, but he just happened to be the recipient of the W's. And Mason Rudolph, I liked him in college, but goodness gracious, he's been a disaster in the NFL. That's why I'm like, bro, they're gonna have their hands full if Aaron Rodgers.
At the end of the day, Mason Rudolph is the reason why Dan Campbell still has a job. You wonder what I'm saying? They hadn't won a game until Ben Roethlisberger got hurt and Mason Rudolph came in and started, and we lost to the, at that point, overly defeated Lions. Everybody's like, oh, they're turning it around, and then they got the win against us. Or did they tie? Whatever it was, it started the trend, and look at him now. So, yeah, he's still Mason Rudolph. I'll give you that. But I just feel like there's going to be, we don't know what we got out of Will Howard, and that's a positive for me right now. And I think that, McCarthy's a good enough coach with these quarterbacks that he can make something happen. And look, we'll just get by. We'll win 9 games this year. We'll go 9-8, 10-7, get put out in the first round, and then maybe we'll go get a quarterback in the first round next year.
Without Rodgers?
Without Rodgers, I still say, because our defense is still good.
No way you get into the playoffs without Rodgers. I think that what Mike Tomlin has done, I think some of y'all Steelers fans are a little delusional to think that Mike McCarthy can come in and replicate that. First of all, Mike McCarthy, he'll make the offense a little bit better.
Right.
He'll also bring less discipline. Y'all going to probably lead the league in penalties. You're going to lead the league in things that like discipline, non-discipline type shit, like shooting yourself in the foot type shit. That's what the Dallas Cowboys did under Mike McCarthy all the time. But their offense had so many weapons, they were able to overcome these things. Bruh, TJ Watt is damn near on his last leg. They should have traded him last season. I love Ramsey still doing this thing. I love him as a safety. I love not Hightower. What's his last name?
Highsmith.
He's a beast. He's an animal. But we all know, man, you can't leave defenses on the field all game. You're going to lose a lot of close games. And I think Pittsburgh has won a lot of close games over the years because of the discipline that Mike Tomlin brings. So without Mike Tomlin there and fucking this asshole looking the way he be looking, bro, it's no way. This would be Pittsburgh's first losing season in years and years and years and years if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back. Even if Aaron Rodgers comes back, it's gonna be like an 8-9, 9-8 season. I'm telling you.
So the only reason why I say, all right, so here's my rebuttal. Yes, TJ is 33, and he's brittle. It's not that he's still productive when he's on the field. We got to get him on the field. But there's Jack Sawyer, there's Nick Herbig, there's Highsmith, who still got a lot left in the tank. We got Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen. Deshaun Elliott's gonna come back healthy. So I think, and I know they're planning to move Ramsey back on the outside to play opposite of JPJ. So I think defensively we'll still be very solid. And then our defensive coordinator, he was with y'all, right?
Yeah. He's got pieces. The defense is going to be very aggressive. That's what they're going to be. It's going to be an aggressive defense.
I feel confident that our defense will do enough. And when you add that our offense is going to be better, because we won 10 games. And yes, one year was Rodgers. The year before that, it was Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And the year before that,
which is crazy.
Look, I know that Mike Tomlin ain't walking back to the door, unfortunately. And I'm still heartbroken by that. But to that point, I mean, like, the offense should be better. We should see more usage out of the pieces that we got. We got really good pieces on both sides of the ball. So it's just more or less about, and you're right. McCarthy is still going to do McCarthy things. I don't think that's going to change. And I think that's why I got us between 9 and 10 wins. I just think that defensively, I think that those leaders, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Freiermuth at this point. Those guys know that, hey, we can't let this be a thing where it was just Tomlin. We've got to show that we were the reason, even though we all know that it was Tomlin. So it'll still be the Tomlin effect, even though Mike McCarthy will be there. So
it's going to be tough. We're going to find out early in the season because
yeah,
Baltimore is going to be Baltimore. They're going to be better.
Yep.
Cleveland is going to be better. That defense is going to be better. The offense is going to be better. Didn't they sneak a game against y'all in the end of the season?
Like always.
That's what I'm saying. That's a team that can possibly split. Cincinnati is a team that can possibly split. Baltimore is a team that can possibly get both games. Like, it's going to be independent. And Rodgers, man, he fucking get his fucking elbow hit. I mean, like, it's just
all it takes.
A lot of on the fucking line right now. But I'm just like, I believe in Pittsburgh when you got Aaron Rodgers, and I still believe in them with Mike McCarthy. But I think the part that people are going to be missing is the discipline that Mike Tomlin brought in. It's going to be a lot more mistakes, a lot more bullshit because McCarthy doesn't demand the respect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he won't. Tomlin wouldn't let that team lead in penalties and shit like that. Mike McCarthy would do shit like that. Not the type of shit that costs you close games. But we're going to see, man. I don't know. We're going to see. It's going to be an interesting season. But he does not retire because that would be a bad thing for him.
Well, so I know that they're going to the Saints. They're coming to New Orleans to play the Saints on the road. And I don't want to go because I wanted to meet Mike Tomlin. But I'm going to go because it's the Steelers. Like I done bought too much Steelers stuff at this point to back out now. But, you know what I mean? Like I'm not excited about it. I'm just going because it's my squad. And hey, look, man, it's going to be some pieces. We're going to do our thing. I just even if it's Will Howard, look, man, they've got enough offensive pieces. You got to think, man, we got four weapons that are over 6'3" right now.
Yeah, I like your receiving crew, and that was the weakness of the team. I like the receiving.
They fixed that. They fixed it. So to that point, man, I think if we get a little bit of depth on the defensive line, we get a little bit of depth at linebacker, and we solidify our offensive line and just get them comfortable and communicating that together is the key. I think that we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I just we're our first round. If we're not going to get a quarterback, which I don't think we should, our first round is house money. I might even trade it.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. I said, what do you do?
I might even trade back into an early second round pick and then another second round. If a team's got two twos in this draft, yes, or a 2 and a 3, and we already got 10 picks anyways, and like 6 of them are in the first 3 rounds, I believe it is, or right. 5 or 6 of them are in the first 3 rounds. So we've got a lot of draft capital. We could move up.
You could move up. I actually seen. Well, not in the first round. I did see that they was talking about the Steelers like Kamari Ramsey, USC safety. Yeah. They were talking about they might try to call the Raiders and try to move up from. Think y'all got like pick 52 or something like that to get to 36. And I'm saying we better not take that fucking call.
Don't even pick it up.
They call. Get my guy Lee Hunter and let's move on from there.
Yeah.
But hopefully y'all take our call at 21. So we can go back into the first round because that's what I would like to do. You know what I mean? Maybe we give y'all because I think we got 2 or 3 thirds.
Okay.
I want to get back into the first round. I want to get back at 21 and make something happen. But you think they're gonna end up trading that pick, or you can't?
I think there's so many things that we need to shore up from linebacker to offensive lineman. Like you said, a good playmaking safety. We got Deshaun Elliott, and I wasn't excited about him at first, but he's been a real key cog for us. So much so that they were able to trade Minka. But we need somebody with that kind of, Mike Tomlin used to call it Fitz magic. But we need somebody that can be that playmaker, whether it's in the center field or in the box. But we need a guy, and so hey, that might be our first round pick. It's just going to get a safety and saying, hey, let him make plays and learn in that aggressive defense. So, but we got house money since we're not going to get a quarterback. That's house money right now.
Yeah, because there's no way you take Ty Simpson. You take Ty Simpson, you might as well cut Will Howard. That makes no sense. He didn't have an opportunity to show
Yeah.
that he stinks or anything yet. So I'm looking at 21, and I'm not really sure, but no, it makes a lot of sense. But they do want a safety. They do like safety there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. If they just, I ain't gonna say reach, but if they took Kamari Ramsey at 21 instead of trying to play around in the second round, because like you said, receiver, that's pretty much a lot.
Oh,
Running
yeah.
back, that's a lot. Offensive line, you already know y'all always keep a good offensive line, but you can always get better at offensive line. They got some O line coming out. Don't sleep on Caleb Lamoe out of
Okay.
Utah. That's my girl's best friend nephew. Don't sleep on him either out of Utah. He's a top offensive lineman. He could go there at 21, or like you said, they could very well trade that pick out. But we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see.
I would say, like I said, it's house money, and what we need doesn't have to be in the first round. But I'm also not mad at reaching for a first round. Like if it's a borderline, a fringe second rounder, and we need it. So look, I mean, it's not a reach if it works out.
Right.
Right. It's only a reach if you could have got, we could have got Devin Bush at way lower in the draft, and because he ended up getting hurt, and then a lot of he got exposed in a lot of ways. Yes, it did look like it was it looked like it was a reach. But if he makes if he continues to play the way he played his first year, it's not a reach, man. Nobody called him a bust until he got hurt, until he came back from injury. Speaking of Devin Bush. And so, when you pick somebody in that first round, it's because they are, good enough to be what you need. And there's no point in us waiting if that's what we need. We need a safety. Nobody called Palomalu a reach, right? He wasn't a reach. And maybe we could have got him later into the first round or traded back or whatever. It's you can always do more and overthink this thing, or you can just go get what you need at the place you need it at, and make him and get the players to make the plays, and then you go on with your season. So,
yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers scouting and all that stuff, as a NFL fan, I wouldn't be worried about Pittsburgh.
right.
They know how to draft. They do the right things. They find the Cam Haywards. They find these guys. So I wouldn't be worried about it. And I'm sure you're not as a fan. They're going to make the right move. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. I wouldn't worry about them at all. But right now, look like we about to hit that halftime mark, man. And you already know at halftime, somebody in this world, somebody on this planet is out their goddamn mind, man. Let's find out who it is this time. They love fucking with me.
Halftime. Hey, spokesman, who out there goddamn mind?
Man, I'm going to tell you who out there goddamn mind right now. Y'all know who the fuck you are. This is only for a specific group of fucking crazies, man. The people that's telling me Steph Curry's past LeBron. He's better. This is Curry's era. He beat LeBron 3 times. Shut the fuck up and let's look at the facts here. Steph Curry won against the Cleveland Cavaliers that first series. Who was the MVP?
That was Andre Iguodala, yeah.
Iguodala for holding LeBron. Hold on, let's get this right. He held LeBron to 35, 13, and 8, and he got the MVP for holding LeBron James. Right? This is how crazy it is. In that series, Steph Curry averaged 26. Where it is? He averaged 26, 6, and 5. How was he a better player? He was never a better player. So that's the first final that he beat LeBron. Those were Steph Curry's numbers. Those are LeBron James' numbers. I'm repeat. LeBron averaged 35, 13, and 8 and lost. It's a team game. This is not boxing. This is not golf. It's a team game.
By the way, what happened when Cleveland was at full strength in that series of finals that they went for back to back like that?
We're gonna get to that. You know what happened. And then look, we're gonna go. That was 2015. Now here it goes in 2017. LeBron averaged 33, 12, and 10, and still lost. Steph Curry, you know what he averaged that series? 26, 9, and 8. That's pretty damn good. But is that anywhere near what LeBron did? No, he's not a better player. He played on a better team. Now let's go look at 2018. I'm not even gonna look at the win. I'm not even gonna look at the 3-1 comeback numbers. We're looking at just the times he lost. Now, this is him in 2018. LeBron averaged 34, 10, and 8. still lost. Matter of fact, not just lost, got swept.
Swept.
Swept. And what did Curry average? 27, 6, and 6. Where the fuck do you see Steph Curry being a better player? And let's not forget, Steph Curry had 0 of those MVPs. These motherfuckers won the most NBA games ever. Choked in the finals, a 3-1 lead. Yeah, Curry was on that team. Choked a 3-1 lead. Rand called Kevin Durant, we need some help, man. This motherfucker LeBron just fucking made NBA history. He runs over there, and what does he do? He gets back-to-back MVPs, not Steph Curry.
Kevin Durant.
Exactly. So all those 3 chips that Steph Curry won over LeBron James, not one time was he the best player on his team or on any team. And those losses that LeBron James had versus the Golden State Warriors, he was arguably the best player on both teams. It's a team game. A team game. Steph Curry has been on better teams. And this is not to knock down Steph Curry, but y'all got to stop this bullshit. He is the greatest shooter, like Stephen S. say. He's the best shooter that God's created. And that's no lie. And let's not diminish what he is by trying to say what he ain't.
Right.
Is he one of the greatest players of all time? Absolutely.
Sure.
Is he the actual GOAT debate of greatest player of all time? Absolutely not.
Nope.
And let's just leave that right there. Y'all out your goddamn mind. Those are the facts. You can't refute them. In not one finals appearance have Steph Curry been a better player than LeBron James. Fuck out of here.
Preach, my brother.
We see this shit every day. And I fall victim to this shit. I end up fucking responding. But yeah, man, shit is stupid, man. But let me switch these gears up, man. Tell me you heard this latest thing about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You know they're supposed to fight in September, right? Have you heard the latest of this shit?
It's hard to pass up on that Netflix bag, bro. I'll be real and tell you. It's hard to pass up on that Netflix bag. And I know they finna make a killing at the bank. You know, whether it's a real fight or it's an exhibition or whatever it is, it's hard to pass up on that Netflix bag.
See, but this is the thing about it. When they signed the contract, this was a professional fight. This wasn't Mike Tyson versus Tank. This was a professional, real fight. Now, Floyd signed the contract. Manny signed the contract. Netflix wants the real fight. That's the contract. They both, since then, have taken out loans they've taken advance on their Netflix money. They both have taken money already. So Mayweather takes his money, and now he's saying it's going to be an exhibition. We both win. No, the fuck it ain't. This is a real fight, and now his legal team is going against Netflix and Manny's legal team. He's trying to back out of the real fight and make it an exhibition. My question is, why? Are you afraid that you're going to actually lose to Manny Pacquiao? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and you'll start to hear the juicing because he's not gonna win this. He's not gonna win this where it's an exhibition. He's not gonna win that. So he's gonna have to have a real fight, and so he's gonna have to piss test, and we got to have the right amount of the right amount size of gloves and all of that stuff. He's gonna pull out all the tricks because he don't want to fight a real fight anymore. That's why he fought old boy. You know, he fought everybody and it didn't matter, but he don't want no real fights no more.
Exactly. And I'm like, bro, you've already signed the contract. This is a real fight. So basically, if Floyd threatens to not show up and Manny shows up, guess who forfeit them belts? Guess who get their first L? It's Mayweather. So why are you even in this position? Why are you putting yourself in this position to fight this? You accepted the fight, you signed the contract, and then all of a sudden you want to be on social media talking about it's an exhibition. No, the fuck it's not. You signed a real fight. This is a title fight. Everything is on the line. Your record, your pride, it's all on the line. Netflix has no interest in the exhibition.
Nobody does.
Nope, they're not. They're like, look, we don't want exhibition, even though they make money, right? Jake Paul, they make money. But Netflix, they want this real fight. And that's exactly the contract that they presented to Mayweather. And he's looking real bad right now. I'm Mayweather looking real bad right now, trying to back out because it's looking like Pac on juice. This nigga's scared.
And what's the crazy part about it was, like, I mean, look, it was a close fight from the first time when they were in kind of their a little bit past their prime. But now, like, Pacquiao looked like he in great shape, and not that Mayweather can't get back into shape, but I don't think we're gonna see the Mayweather that everybody wants to see. So we're definitely not gonna see Pretty Boy, and I think we're well past Money Team at this point. Like, I mean, this is old Mayweather. And so I was confused about why Netflix even took this fight. Like, I wouldn't have taken it at all. I would have done another Jake. I almost would rather another Jake Paul fight over this. Like, this is not. I don't think we're gonna see nothing we need to see in this.
Hey, but if you're talking a real fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, this is gonna top every Jake fight. This is gonna be a $200 million bag. Why? You got so many people that hate Floyd Mayweather because of his undefeated thing. You got you got people that love him. This is gonna be the biggest bag Netflix has probably ever put together. And that's why you gotta take this fight. But that's why Netflix is fighting like, nah, motherfucker, you're gonna honor this contract or you're gonna lose. Simple as that. Show up or lose.
But the really sad part about it is what it's eventually gonna turn into is a track meet. And Floyd Mayweather is gonna run around that ring for 8.5 rounds, and he's gonna throw enough jabs. He's gonna outpunch him to win. Like, and that's the part I think that that's gonna be sad. We're not gonna see a real, the fight that we want to see, because one thing Floyd ain't gonna do is he's not gonna lose. He's not gonna lose. Now there might be a tie at best. I just don't see him losing.
Yeah, I mean, and I give Manny props for coming back and fighting Mario Barrios, but it looked like Mario Barrios is fighting his great uncle and didn't really want to fight his great uncle. That's what it looked like to me. He didn't even look like he was fighting. You know what I mean? Like, that shit didn't even look good at all. But then again, I seen Barrios get fucking smacked right after that, right? He got fucked
right.
So maybe that just was Barrios at his best. But yeah, shit, Manny Pacquiao, man, I don't know, man. But all I know is right now, Pacquiao is looking like the better, bigger fighter right now because Mayweather is actually trying to find a way out of this. Bro, you already took the fucking money. You took the fucking money, Floyd. You done took it and went probably bought a Bugatti and some other bullshit, paid off some rental shit.
Yeah.
There's no excuses for the fucking fight.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to man up. He's gonna have to man up and face it.
Yeah, that shit is weird to me, man. That shit really threw me for a loop. It's like, come on, Floyd, man. Don't throw all your respect that you earn. Let people hate you for the wrong reasons. Don't give them an actual real reason to hate you. Shit crazy. Now, Saturday, my guy. Saturday is the beginning of the NBA playoffs. Beginning of the NBA playoffs.
There's no real team playing basketball in LA this weekend, just in case you were wondering.
Well, shit. The only real team is playing in LA tonight. But hold on, before we even get there, before we even get to tomorrow's game, I need your picks on today's game. Who you got?
Okay, I'm glad you said it. All right, so give me Charlotte. I think that Orlando has had their heart taken. I don't know what I'm seeing. This ain't the same gritty, grinding, talented team that I've seen from Orlando in years past. The team that beat Cleveland a couple years ago and looked like they were primed for a great run, that's not what I'm seeing on the court. And that's why I think Mosley's in trouble, their head coach. And meanwhile, and look, Charlotte did that the other night without Con Canupa playing well. He shot the ball really, really badly. And they still got 30 from LaMelo. They got 23 from Brandon Miller, and they got 24 from Bridges. That's a scary team. And they're not even a complete team. They still got holes. They still got, a lot of chemistry to get. But I feel like that Charlotte team's going to be scary. I don't know that they're going to win the next round, but I think they're going to win the game tonight. I got Charlotte, and give me the Warriors. I hate to say it, my girl Kai out in Phoenix, the PHX Game Chasers. I know they're hoping to get into the playoffs, but give me the Warriors tonight. I think Porzingis really showed us something. He showed us that we really should have traded Zubats. That's what he showed us. But I think that Porzingis is going to play well. I think that Steph is going to be Steph. And look, man, some dude that I don't know scored 20 points the other night against us. I don't even know his name. Guy something or other, Geyser something. I don't know the dude's name. I just know he put up not Porzingis, Hauser or something like that. Hold on, I'll look it up for you. But they were Golden State. So they were. I mean, I don't have a clue who this dude was, but he was balling. He put up 20 last night. And I mean that's what you're gonna get out of this Warriors team. Draymond had like 9, 12, and 7 or 8 or something like that. That's what we're gonna get out of them. And so. And you'll see that they're gonna give the Thunder hell because they've got a 7'3" guy who can stay with Chet. Will they win? Absolutely not. I think it'll go 6, it'll go 7. Guy Santos is his name. I think that's how you say it.
Yes,
he put up 29 of 13. Santos had 20. Pozinski had 17. Al Horford had 14 on 4-7 from 3.
All fourth quarter.
Bro, like Nate Williams didn't even get a lot of time, and he's a great player. They've got players they're just gonna pull out from everywhere. That's gonna come out. They're gonna shoot the corner 3, and I mean, Steph is Steph. We just got through talking about how Steph is not the greater than LeBron, and that's true. But Steph is a great player, and he's gonna show it tonight, and he's gonna show it in this next series against the Thunder. Give me the Hornets and give me the Warriors for Friday night.
Okay, now I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I've been liking the Magic because I like Desmond Bane. Mm-hmm. I like the Blanchero. Them two been leading that team.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, it's been Bane and Blanchero ain't been showing up like he was showing up most of the season.
Right.
And I'm looking at these young Hornets right now. They just having a lot of fun, man. They having a lot of fun. They having a lot of fucking fun. And I love me some LaMelo Ball, man. I love me some LaMelo Ball. He doing his thing. So I think it's going to be. I think both these are both going to be in the almost the 120s. I think this is both going to be super high scoring games.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So I'm gonna be with you. I think I'm gonna have to take the Hornets on the road, and I like the Phoenix Suns. I really like Devin Booker. I like Williams. I like what they doing over there, but the same way that Golden State popped out the other night, that's just that championship pedigree. That's just that they still got Steve Kerr. Mm-hmm. They still run a small portion of the triangle offense, and they still got Steph Curry, who's fucking what they call him, the babyface assassin, who runs across all of these fucking picks still to this day. Runs around all these picks. You got to go over, under. You got to figure it out. And he's going to pop that bitch and turn around and walk down the court before it even go down. Like, I got Steph putting up over 30 tonight. It's gonna be crazy. I think Porzingis has another good game, but then again, he can fucking disappear. But either way it go, one person that ain't gonna disappear on that team,
Steph,
is young Steph Curry. I think they get it done tonight, and then they go face OKC. Now I don't think they can take them to 6 or 7. This OKC's defense is just too different. Now it would have to be a huge. Porzingis would have to be a huge difference. He would have to be the piece that no one was expecting.
Right.
For them not to get swept by OKC. Because OKC defensive scheme is just one of the best in the league. It's just hard to stop. It's hard to fucking score on these motherfuckers. So I'm with you though. We got the same teams on that right there. Now, let's move to Saturday. You know what I mean? It's one team playing in the actual playoffs and not the goddamn play-in. That's what we do. Oh, hold on. Before we get to the Lakers, one more thing. I did this video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it. I told Los Angeles, San Diego Charger Clippers, I said, look here, it's time. It's time, Charger Clippers. And they were like, for what? It's time to stop pretending that Tyronn Lue is a great coach. Why? Because he won with LeBron James? Because he won with LeBron James? Hey, so did Miami's head coach. What has he done since he's
Spoelstra? Yeah.
What has he done since LeBron James? What the fuck has any other coach that's won with LeBron James done since LeBron James? Not a goddamn thing. And the fact that Tyronn Lue's had players, he's had Shea Gilgeous, he's had Zubac, he's had weapons over the years. He's 16 and 21 in the playoffs, but with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's 40 and 21. It's a huge difference, and it's time to let it go. It's time to fire Tyronn Lue. It's time to trade Kawhi Leonard and get what you can get and just reset the shit over, man. I told Steve Ballmer, it's time to do it.
I already got my plan in place. This is how it's gonna go. The Pacers are going to get the 5th pick in this year's draft. That goes to the Clippers. We trade Kawhi and the Pacers, and the Pacers pick up 2 slots for us to get Caleb Wilson, and because I think Garland, Mathurin, and those guys are gonna be good. I think we got some pieces, and you put somebody like Caleb Wilson from UNC there, I think we straight. That's what I'm hoping for. I set my goals very high, but I think with that 5th pick, even if we kept the 5th pick, there's some players in this draft that can change our fortune.
Yeah, I wouldn't even trade that pick. I'm whoever falls to me at number 5, I'm getting them.
Mm-hmm.
It's some young weapons out there that can play point guard or whatever position you need. Now, you don't necessarily need a point guard because you got Garland.
Right, Garland.
Best point guards. He's one of my favorite players, actually. Garland's one of my favorite players. So, I mean, it's not like the Clippers don't have players. They be having players. They just do dumb shit. They should have never traded Zubac. Zubac was a walking 10 and 12, a walking 12 and 12. Why?
You know what? Here's why they traded Zubac. So when we traded, I knew Zubac was gone as soon as they traded James Harden. And to be fair, Zubac was, before Harden got there, Zubac was on this rise to where he was starting to give us 20 and 10. But Harden's real good at making. If you get a rim runner with Harden, that rim runner's gonna go for 25 and 12. And so that's what we did. We just capitalized on the fact that since we got rid of Harden, Zubac was still going to be useful, but not as useful. And we had some supposed to be rim protectors like Brook Lopez and those guys. And so we've got a young cat that's supposed to be pretty good. He's like 7'1", and he's very, very nimble for 7'1", but he's also very brittle because he's 7'1". And so it's just about finding the developmental pieces and the right person to develop them. And unfortunately, it's not my guy. I like Tyronn Lue, I really do, but it's time for him to. It's time for him to go coach. Milwaukee or somewhere.
Yeah, it's time to go, and they cannot try to bring Doc Rivers back and nothing like that. It's time
hell no.
Brand new blood. Maybe you go and you pluck somebody off that Lakers tree. We got Scotty Brooks over there. We got Nate McMillan over there. We got some good coaches over there. Or maybe it's time that the Clippers give a fucking opportunity to a true Clipper. How about Sam Cassell?
Yeah.
He's sitting on the bench, being an assistant coach for years. Let him come.
Yeah. I love Sam Cassell. You said McMillan and Brooks. Those are 2 pretty good names. I would love to see what we could do about Hurley coming out of UConn.
He didn't want to come to LA. He didn't want to come coach LeBron James. So I doubt he's going to come to the.
Nobody wants to coach the Lakers. I'm sorry. I should say it the way. My fault. Grandma, forgive me. What I mean is that came out exactly how I meant it. But what I mean is that the Lakers, your franchise has so much history. I'm being PC. Look at me pandering to your demographic. Your franchise has so much history that it creates a lot of pressure that some people may not want to. You have to question, is it worth it, right? But in all reality, is it worth it? But also, I mean, so after LeBron leaves, and of course, I think this Hurley talk was before they got Doncic, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I mean. Yeah, so LeBron's on his last leg. What about what you want? Y'all finna look at me and ask me to still win 55 games after the GOAT has retired? Yeah, with his son? Yeah, no, I still win another championship.
Well, this is what Steve Ballmer should do. I like these young coaches, and I like the older coaches like Brooks and McMillan. But you know what? You know who I would actually call? Who I would call, and I would give him whatever the fuck he wants. Because my team would be playing defense, my team would be gritty every single night, and my team would fucking show up to play every single night. I'm gonna give you one guess.
Give it to me.
Tom Thibodeau.
I can't argue with his. My only problem with Thibodeau is Tibbs. He somebody else got to run the minutes. Don't let Tibbs do it. Somebody else got to run the minutes. Tibbs will run his first 7 into the ground, bro.
Look at the New York Knicks now Look at the New York Knicks last season.
Soft.
Soft as fucking tissue. That's what I was like. They soft.
What did mama say? Soft. Soft.
Yeah, they're not ready. That's why I'm like. That's why when JJ Redick was doing what he was doing in LA about 2 months ago, focusing on zero defense and fucking Lakers was losing games they shouldn't have been losing. I was getting pissed off. I was wanting him to get fired.
Yeah.
I want Tom Thibodeau because he's gonna come in there. He's gonna you offense. You're gonna offense, but one thing you're not gonna do is show up here and play zero defense.
Yeah, you're gonna play some defense. That's one thing. And look, man, defense still win championships. Obviously, look at what it's done for Oklahoma City. But defense still win championships. So I can't be mad at it. Somebody else got to run the rotation. Tibbs can't run the rotation. Somebody else let Tibbs teach defense. Somebody else got to run the rotation.
That would be fine. That will be fine. I think he's heard that enough to know that he had to do something just a little bit different.
It's gotta be.
You bring in Tibbs. You don't got to trade Kawhi.
You know who else I would look at? My last point on the Clippers. I know this ain't. We ain't talking about the Clippers, but last coach I'd probably look at, to be honest with you, is Becky Hammonds from the Aces. I know that I'm an Aces fan, by the way. So, but I know that the players there love her. And but she's done some very impressive things in LA or in Las Vegas. She did some great things in San Antonio. This lady can coach. Do not be fooled. Anybody coming out that pop tree can coach, but she can coach for sure. And so I would you could throw a bag at her.
But tell me this: do you want, as the fucking Los Angeles Clippers, to be the very first team to say, we're going to have a woman take us to the promised land? Not that she can't, but do you want to be that team?
Hey,
just another nail into the fucking coffin.
We picked Michael Oloakandi. It's been over for a long time for us, okay? Come on. The most famous Clipper is World Be Free. Come on, baby. We just got to go for it at this point. I mean,
Shout out Baron Davis, man. Shout out Baron Davis.
Yeah. By the way, did you see what Chris Paul put after the game?
I seen that shit.
Motherfucker. I love Chris Paul. Chris Paul the reason why I'm a Clippers fan, but damn it, Christopher.
You tell me they couldn't use Chris Paul? I look at the Lakers like, you think we couldn't have used Chris Paul? Come on, man.
I don't understand. And again, if you want me to know if you ask me why Tyronn Lue's got to go, come on, man. That's another. Let's add that to the list of reason number 19,000 of why Tyronn Lue's got to go. I love Ty, but come on, dog. It's time for us to walk over him like AI did.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the exact same thing, man. It's time for him to go, man. It's time for him to go.
Let him go coach Milwaukee and win another championship. I wouldn't even be mad at him if he did it, because you got the best player in the league. You gonna go win a championship. Do your thing. But no, it's over for us, man. It's time to clean the house.
Okay, now let's talk about this actual team right here. With all these goddamn championships and banners and running LA and all these things.
Y'all ain't got no selfies up.
Hey, we don't hang no conference banners. We don't hang none of them things. Now check this out. The Lakers, we all know, they coming in undermanned at home against these Houston Rockets. My thing is this: you done gave the ageless LeBron James all these games off. These players, Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia, Marcus Smart. These guys are Luke Kennard. These guys are gonna have to be so fucking good, but I think they can be good at home. But my thing is this: to me, for the Lakers to get this win at home, game one, I'm gonna need JJ Redick to put these guys in position to where they're not playing one-on-one basketball. For one, we need to run some 2-3 zone. I want everyone jump shooting because no one can guard Amen Thompson off the dribble. He's dunking. He's going to the rim. See you later, Kennard. We got to force a 2-3 zone on these motherfuckers as much as we can. And LeBron James is going to LeBron James. He's going to probably average a triple-double in this fucking series, even at 41. He's going to average at least 24, 25 points, 8-9 rebounds, 13 assists. He's going to put up some dumbass numbers. But just like I showed you in the Who Out They Goddamn Mind segment, it's a team game and you can still lose. It's the others, man. It's the others that got to come through. And I feel confident at home that the Lakers are going to somehow find a way to take this game one.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know if you hit the mute button, bro. I don't hear you.
Man, my bad. I did. My dog was barking, so I was on mute and then I forgot to unmute it. So the one great point is that Houston has the same hole they've had for the last 3 years, and that they don't have a point guard. And you've got the smartest basketball player to still put on shoes right now, putting on a Lakers jersey. And so you got a lot. You got a chance for sure. Like you said, Rui Hachimura's got to come in and he's got to play good defense. Luka, the zone is actually pretty smart. You can't do that for too long because there is a guy named a 6'10" shooting guard named Kevin Durant who is going to light that zone up. But I think if you can put. Maybe I put Rui Hachimura on Reed Shepherd and run a little zone, or run a box and one, and let KD go off. And make KD beat you by himself. Now, I believe that there was, I believe that the Lakers hold the series over the Rockets this season, 4-5.
2-1.
2-1.
We got them 2-1.
Yeah. So I mean, look, there's a lot of hope, and we're talking about just game one. Dwayne Wade said a great player will win one game. And you got the greatest player on your team, so you should be able to win game one, even with KD and even with Thompson. And I mean, because Thompson can't guard KD, can't guard LeBron, and KD ain't gonna guard LeBron, or else he ain't gonna score 30. So I mean, LeBron gonna do LeBron things. You put the other players in the place to where they can get some good down screens and all those types of plays that LeBron and JJ were talking about on their awesome podcast. Yeah, let's see all of that in action. The horns and the down screens and the mesh and all that stuff. Let's see all of that and get these boys open and let LeBron pass the rock around and score and play enough defense is what it's got to be. And most importantly, maybe the biggest thing is that is Aiden healthy? Aiden's healthy, right?
Yeah, he's healthy. He's healthy.
I would feature Aiden because Sengun is a really good center. Until he's got to guard somebody,
right? Exactly.
He's great. He's got great offensive acumen, but he can't guard like that. Not against somebody like Aiden. No. Aiden should. Man, first 10 plays, I need 6 of them to be pinned down into a ISO, a box ISO for Aiden. Let him work.
Absolutely, you get Sengun into foul trouble, man, because he is. I love his offensive game, but like you said. He ain't defensive player of the year material. And DeAndre Ayton, he has to be a key part of this team. Whenever I forget the Lakers record when he gets 20 points. It's like 2 losses or some shit like that. He has to be a key factor. LeBron's gonna have to have about 27, something like that. And if Rui can give you 16, 17, if Marcus Smart can give you 12 or 13 with all his defense he plays, and DeAndre Ayton give you about 15 and 10. That's a win. That's a win.
I'm glad you said Marcus Smart. I was worried that he was hurt. If Marcus Smart is healthy, then I may, to be honest with you, I may not even be worried about Luka and Austin. Because Marcus Smart and Rui Hachimura were going to be the keys to the Lakers winning in the playoffs anyways. Not obviously having 30 points from Luka and 25 from Austin Reeves makes it easier for LeBron to have 20 to 25 points, and y'all are fine, especially in this series where Aiden is being guarded by a chair. Yes, absolutely. But to be fair, if you got Marcus Smart and Rui Hachimura at full strength, they're going to be really, really good because that's your defense. That's your defense. Rui, you put Rui on KD, you put Hachimura on Reed, and you let Amen Thompson beat you. If Amen Thompson beats you, well, hats off to Amen Thompson and the Rockets. But I like Amen Thompson, but I don't think he beats the Lakers by himself. Me
either. The thing about Rui, he's not really a good defender. He's got length and size, but he's not big enough. He's not big enough to guard KD. KD can still just one dribble over you. He's just not scrappy enough. To me, I'm putting fucking Marcus Smart on KD. Fuck it.
Wow.
He gonna shoot over you every time, but you're scrappy. You can get a steal. You can frustrate him. You can do different things. I'm sending 2 people to KD.
Who was that? Who was that? They did. Who was that did that to KD a few years ago? Was that Patrick Beverly?
Yeah, probably so. Yes,
I think.
get on your fucking nerves, trying to play. That's what Smart is. And when the Lakers beat Houston the last time around, they sent 2 at KD, and he was pretty much worthless. I'm doing that. I'm switching. I'm running the zone, and I'm running 2 at KD, rushing him as soon as he get the ball. And like you said, Jabari Parker beat me. Amen Thompson beat me. Sengun beat me. But I'm not gonna let KD just do whatever he want to do out there. And
Right.
Fuck it, KD go for 40. Everyone else does nothing.
Right. Yeah. Like, and look, I feel like the Lakers have a great chance in this whole series. But I would definitely say that they've got a good chance at game 1 because it'll all boil back down to, because you can put a lot of different X's and O's together and kind of X out some people. And I think KD, look, man, he's a 7-foot shooting guard, bro, for real. Like 6'10", 6'11", whatever he is, whatever his true height is. I know that he looks down on DeMarcus Cousins, who's 6'11", and he looks down on DeAndre Jordan, who also is 6'11". He looks down on these 2 players, like he looks down on them. So he might be 7'1".
There's only one player in the NBA who can actually guard Kevin Durant, and that's Wemby. He's the only one who he actually looks up to, and he can block that. You know what I mean? He's just a different type of fucking person, different type of guy.
Man, this is unreal.
Yeah, it's not even real. That's straight.
So I mean, there's a lot of different strategy that, and JJ Redick is a super smart guy. Super smart guy. Obviously, he went to Duke, so he's a super smart guy. And a great basketball mind. And so, if you ask me, there's 100 ways you can play this to where you can either nullify KD and make everybody else beat you, or you can nullify everybody else and let KD go off and still play it close and still win these games. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to, especially for game 1, LeBron's got to be a superhero. And he said that. I have to pull that clip up, but he said that. He said they said the reporter asked him, I think it was Rachel Nichols or whoever, said, no Luka, no Austin Reeves. Now, what do you have to do? He said, I gotta be LeBron. I gotta be Superman per usual, and that's and everything is the phrase he said.
And the fucked up thing is, he can go for 40 tonight. 40 Saturday and still lose, because end of the day, it's going to be about what kind of defense that JJ Redick rolls out there. Because my only thing about rushing KD and making him pass around is our guys don't close out the way they're supposed to close out. We're going to get a lot of open threes. That's why I'm like, you know what? Run some 2-3 zone. If they're going to make jump shots against the zone, fuck it. Let them make the jump shots. Make an adjustment then. But I don't really want guys being like, ball pass. Oh, shit, he's in the corner. And I don't want that. I didn't see that all fucking season. That's why I've been on JJ Redick's head all season. Switch up some shit. Run some zone. Run some man. Occasionally double team. But they can't do the exact same thing over and over. They got to switch it up, and they got to be aggressive with it, because it's not about the offense. It's going to be about defense for us. We got to get stops. We can't let LeBron go for 30 or 35, and then they got 2 niggas that went for 24 and another one go for 29. We can't do that, man. So we're going to see, man. It's going to be an interesting game, man. All I know is it's crazy. We ain't never seen this much pressure and anticipation on the oldest player in the NBA ever. Ever. That shit is crazy. 41 years old, and people have their hopes and dreams in you. Come on, man. If that's not the greatest of all time, I don't know what is.
Man, listen, there's a lot of arguments that can be made on both sides, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the facts. The facts say that LeBron has done things that we haven't seen from people, that 10 years before his age, right? 31 was I think I know Larry was done at 31. Zeke was not too far behind at 31, 33. That it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same until what we're seeing from 31. We saw from 31-year-old LeBron was special. 41-year-old LeBron is averaging 25. Come on, man. This is different.
Bro, I'm gonna leave this. Leave this here. I don't know if you know this. LeBron James is the only player in NBA history to average 20 points, 5 and 5 for 23 seasons. You know what the closest is after that?
It can't be
Only
over 12.
10. 10. It's only been 10 players in NBA history to not even 10 players. It's only been players who did it only up to 10 years is the most that's ever been done. 25 and 5. For 10
Jeez.
years is the longest stretch. This motherfucker's done it 23 straight years. Like at some point, the bullshit rhetoric has to stop. Rhetoric has to stop. I don't care if you're a fucking Miami team, a fucking Sacramento Kings team. What you see is what you see, and to do all of this shit without a Pat Riley, without a fucking Phil Jackson, without a triangle system, without
Man, listen, you can say what you want. You don't like his skill set. You don't like. I've got a lot of different reasons why people say they don't like LeBron. What I'll say is that you can break down what he doesn't do all you want to. I'll just talk about what he does do, which is he makes teams better. He gives teams the opportunity to go play for a championship. And not just, and look, you say 25 and 5, which is outstanding. But I mean, he's 41 years old and he's averaging 23, 25 points per game. This is the lowest he's averaging. It's like since his rookie season, and it's like 20 something, 25 something.
It's unheard of, man. It's unheard of, and it's just if you're a fan of the sport and you don't have ulterior motives, then you would understand this and you see what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like it's unheard of, man. And I'm a true Laker fan, true Magic fan, Kobe fan. Anyone that's played for the Lakers that's been a great player, I've been a fan of. And I used to be completely against LeBron James because of the Kobe comparisons at it when he came in the league young. I was completely against him, but that was just my bias, my Laker bias. But over the years, I'm no longer biased in any sport. I can tell you about my team, about your team, whether it's good or it's bad, and it's an honest take. It's an honest, educated take. So
listen, and if you're gonna say that, you got to be real. And the real fact is that LeBron averaged, this year he averaged 21 points per game. It's the lowest he's had since his rookie season, and that was 23 years ago. Come on, man. Let's just call a spade at that point, dog.
It's a team game, man. It's a team game. That's what I'm saying. When you talk about greatest players, you're talking about that player. You ain't talking about their team. You ain't talking about their coach. We're talking about player. You're talking about greatest player. I mean, it's really not close. It's really no argument to be made. It really is. Unless you just really on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter buzzer, man. That's game time, my brother. That's game time, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, coming back in on your boy's first day back, man. Shit, back I got like Freeway. I was fucked up, man. Damn bad, my bro.
That's tough, man. And look, I know if you had to go into hiding, I know it's bad.
Yeah, it was bad, man. I couldn't come down here and I couldn't come in because I got my little shit in my garage. I couldn't come down here and sit in here, man. I was too down bad, man. I couldn't do anything, man. So. Hell yeah, you already know, man. I'm glad you was able to come back on Friday. I'm trying to come back next week, man. I'm trying to come back next week strong and run every day next week. But you already know it's always good whenever we can link up and talk.
Yeah, facts. Hey, real quick before you go, if you could put this one up for me, I brought it into it should be a picture right there for you. Say Kings of Saturday. Either way, y'all gotta check him out. There it is. My guy, the Sportsmane is on here with us in August. The 8-part docuseries about college football, including your USC Trojans, baby. So
we fight on.
We put the twos up, but definitely be looking for that late August around for the start of football season. 8-part docuseries, the greatest college football dynasties in the modern college football era. So all your favorites from Alabama, Miami, Florida, a lot of teams that are going to be discussed in the middle of this, man. Check us out from the Fanatic Sports group, and a lot more to come. Follow me on Fanatic Sports Talk. On all we like dust, baby. We everywhere. And definitely always, as always, a shout out to a hood commentary in the sports, man. Definitely a pleasure to be with you, bro.
Appreciate you, my bro. Hey, man, you know more about this goddamn. I'm gonna have to hit you up, man. I need some motherfucking lessons on this shit. You know, I do all kind of shit on this motherfucker, man.
Bet. Let me know. We'll make it do.
Yeah, for sure. I need a few more little tips over on this motherfucker. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all checking in, man. Whether y'all watched it live or you watching it after the fact, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that comment. Go follow me and the homie right here. You already know. Dasportsmane, all platforms. Go down there and y'all go follow Fanatic Sports Talk.
Yeah. Check us out. We ain't hard to spot. You can find us. We good.
Hell yeah.
If not, just look here. I'll be back here. You just come back here. This will be perfect.
Hey, come on back. You already know it is. Shit, we trying to run this shit as many times as we can during the week, man. But you already know.
No.
It's just wild. My schedule finna get crazier once this high school football shit start. So right now, I'm most open time right now. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to get it cracking, man, for sure. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all checking in, man. You already know what it is. I am Dasportsmane. This is Hood Commentary where the game is trill and is never the ordinary. And I'm out this bitch to the next time, man. It will be Monday morning, man, 11:30 a.m. unless I tell y'all otherwise, because you know shit be happening to black folks. We out this motherfucker, man.
Peace.
We are the future, the past, but still present. Salute to the gods, it's still relevant. Up against the odds, we still sharing gifts. And we don't care if you mad, just keep throwing fit.
Up and down 6'4", life is tougher than steel toes. Look like you headed for death, that's what you went for. You getting put off the set like Steve Wilkos. The police trying to dim in my light, but I'ma still glow. The ropes that grew from the concrete, I'ma still grow. Just put this red dot on your knot, but I'ma still go. But I got some shit on my mind, well let it spill, bro. My mama said I'm violent when I rhyme, but I keep it real though. But I only spit about the truth. When you see me and I get loose, when I'm stepping inside the booth. But the difference between me and you is I'm trill about what I do. And like Biggie, I get the loot, or I cock it back, aim and shoot. I'm kamikaze in the Maserati, meaning you going out with me like suicide bombings. This is live on prime time on